Have you ever woken up in the morning and just felt off? Maybe your joints feel a little stiffer than usual, your energy's not quite there, or your mind is foggy even after a full night's rest. You're not alone. As we get older, our bodies don't quite bounce back the way they used to, but here's the truth. Aging doesn't mean giving up on feeling good. In fact, it might surprise you how one small change, just 1 cup a day, can start making a big difference in how you feel. I know that might sound too simple to be true. Just 1 cup? But let me tell you, when you give your body the right support, it responds. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or beyond. You can still improve your energy, lower your blood sugar, support healthy cholesterol, and even sleep more soundly without turning your life upside down. And today, I want to share with you something many people overlook. The power of a natural, healing drink you can enjoy every single day. Now, I'm not talking about some fancy powder you need to order from a TV commercial or a complicated green juice that takes 10 ingredients in a blender. I'm talking about something simple, something comforting, something that's likely already in your kitchen or just a short walk away at your local store. And that's herbal tea. That's right. Just 1 cup of the right herbal tea can begin to calm your body's inflammation, regulate your blood sugar, gently lower your cholesterol, and yes, even help you fall asleep easier and stay asleep longer. It's not magic. It's nature doing what it's always done. Let's start with one of the most powerful natural options out there, cinnamon tea. Warm, comforting, and fragrant, cinnamon tea isn't just for the holidays. When you drink a cup of this golden brown brew, you're giving your body a gentle but effective way to support healthy blood sugar. You see, cinnamon helps your cells become more sensitive to insulin, which means your body can handle sugar more efficiently. Over time, that can help reduce those stubborn blood sugar spikes, especially after meals. And here's the best part. It doesn't feel like a chore. It's delicious, calming, and feels like a little daily treat. I remember chatting with a friend, Carol, who's in her early 70s. She told me she'd started having trouble keeping her blood sugar steady after meals. Her doctor was beginning to talk about medication, and she felt anxious, overwhelmed. But she decided to try a few small changes first. One of them? A simple cup of cinnamon tea after dinner. Within a few weeks, she noticed she didn't feel as sluggish after eating, and her fasting blood sugar started creeping down. Her doctor noticed too. It wasn't a miracle, it was consistency. 1 cup a day. Now, of course, it's not just cinnamon that holds this kind of gentle power. Another hero? Chamomile tea. Soft, floral, almost sweet. This one's a bedtime favorite for good reason, but it does more than just relax your mind. Studies have shown chamomile may help lower blood sugar levels and even improve digestion. But what most people notice first is how it helps them sleep. And let's be honest, how many times have you climbed into bed hoping for a restful night only to toss and turn for hours? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Poor sleep becomes more common with age, but it's not something you have to accept as your new normal. When your body lacks good, deep sleep, it affects everything: your memory, your mood, your appetite, even your heart health. But chamomile has natural compounds that gently ease your nervous system. It helps your body shift into rest mode. And when you're sleeping better, everything else starts to feel a little easier. Just imagine how different your mornings could feel. Waking up rested, not groggy. Stepping out of bed without aching feet or a racing mind. And all it takes is sitting down with a warm cup, letting that calm wash over you before bedtime. Now maybe you're thinking, that all sounds nice, but I've tried tea before and didn't really notice much. And that's fair. It's not about any tea. It's about the right tea at the right time and doing it consistently. Remember, this isn't about a quick fix. It's about gently giving your body the tools it needs to heal day by day. And that brings us to another powerful cup you might not expect: hibiscus tea. This one is a beautiful deep red color, tart like cranberry, and packed with antioxidants. What's amazing about hibiscus is its natural ability to support heart health. It's been shown in several studies to help lower both systolic and diastolic blood pressure, and it may even help lower LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, while supporting your arteries. I know some folks get nervous when they hear blood pressure or cholesterol. It feels like something out of our control, but hibiscus tea offers a simple, daily way to fight back. Just 1 cup in the afternoon, maybe while sitting on the porch or reading a book, can start to support your heart and blood vessels in a gentle, steady way. No crash, no side effects, just nature doing its quiet work. And I think that's what so many of us are looking for: simple, peaceful, natural ways to feel better. We don't want another prescription. We want to enjoy our days. We want to sleep deeply, walk without pain, laugh with our grandkids, and wake up feeling clear-headed and calm. One small habit, like choosing the right tea each day, can be the first step on that path. So, what does this look like in real life? Maybe you start your morning with a cup of cinnamon tea to gently wake up your body and support your blood sugar. Midday, you enjoy a refreshing glass of iced hibiscus tea to give your heart a little love. And in the evening, as the sun goes down and the house quiets, you settle in with a warm mug of chamomile to help you sleep. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be consistent. And the beautiful thing? You're doing something kind for yourself every single day. Now that we've talked about how cinnamon, chamomile, and hibiscus can support your blood sugar, heart, and sleep, let's take a moment to look at another powerful tea that often gets overlooked: is ginger tea. Now, you might already be using ginger in your cooking, a little grated into a stir-fry or steeped with lemon when you have a sore throat. But drinking ginger as a tea on a daily basis opens up a whole world of benefits that many people over 60 can truly appreciate. Let's think about it for a second. Have your joints felt a little more creaky lately? Maybe your knees talk back when you stand up, or your hands feel stiff when you wake up. That's inflammation at work. And while some inflammation is natural, chronic inflammation, especially the kind that sneaks in with age, can do a real number on your health. That's where ginger shines. This spicy root is one of nature's strongest anti-inflammatories. It helps soothe swelling from the inside out, easing pain and stiffness without the need for over-the-counter pills. But here's what really surprises people. Ginger doesn't just stop at joint pain. It also helps with digestion, something many of us quietly struggle with as the years go on. If you felt bloated, sluggish after meals, or dealt with that uncomfortable fullness that sticks around longer than it should, ginger tea can gently support your digestive system, helping things move more smoothly and comfortably. And the best part? It's incredibly simple to make. Just peel a thumb-sized piece of fresh ginger, slice it thin, and steep it in hot water for 10 minutes. Add a bit of honey if you like it sweet, or lemon for a little zing. It's warming, grounding, and feels like a hug in a cup. Some folks like to enjoy ginger tea in the late afternoon, especially if they're feeling achy or heavy after lunch. Others sip it in the morning to kickstart their system. There's no wrong thing. It's about what feels good for you. Now, while we're on the topic of teas that help you feel lighter and more energized, let's not forget peppermint tea. This one often flies under the radar, probably because we associate it with candy canes or breath mints. But peppermint, when steeped into a tea, is a gentle powerhouse. First of all, it's incredibly soothing for the stomach. If you've ever had a little too much to eat or felt gassy and bloated, you know how uncomfortable that can be. Peppermint tea helps to relax the muscles in your gut, easing cramping, bloating, and even helping with occasional indigestion. I've spoken to people who keep peppermint tea in their kitchen just in case, but I always say, why wait until something feels off? Make it a part of your routine and your body will thank you in advance. Beyond the tummy benefits, peppermint can also help lift your mood and sharpen your focus. There's something about its natural coolness and aroma that clears your head, almost like taking a deep breath on a crisp winter morning. And let's face it, some days we all need that mental reset. If you ever feel like your thoughts are swimming or you just need a little refresh without reaching for coffee, peppermint tea is a wonderful, caffeine-free way to feel more awake without the crash. And speaking of caffeine, this is important. As we get older, our bodies become more sensitive to caffeine. That second or third cup of coffee in the morning might not feel like much at the time, but it could be the reason you're tossing and turning at night or feeling jittery during the day. Swapping even just one of those cups for a calming herbal tea can make a real difference in your energy, your mood, and how you sleep. So now we've talked about cinnamon for blood sugar, chamomile for sleep, hibiscus for heart health, ginger for inflammation and digestion, and peppermint for gut comfort and mental clarity. And I want to pause here for a moment and say, you don't need to go out and buy every tea on the shelf. You're not trying to build a tea museum in your kitchen. Pick one or two that speak to you. The ones that feel right for your body, your routine, your taste. This journey is yours, and it should feel good, not overwhelming. I once knew a gentleman named Paul, a retired teacher in his late 60s, who started a small tea habit after his wife passed. It was part comfort, part curiosity. He told me he didn't know the first thing about herbal teas, but he started with peppermint because it reminded him of her. Over time, he added ginger after lunch and chamomile before bed. He wasn't chasing a miracle. He just wanted to feel a little better each day. And slowly, he did. His sleep improved, his digestion smoothed out, and best of all, he started to feel more in tune with his body, more connected to each moment. That's the beautiful thing about this journey. It's not about restriction or perfection. It's about kindness. Taking a few minutes each day to pause, breathe, and nourish your body with something warm, healing, and natural. And let's not forget, you can turn this simple habit into a little daily ritual. Choose your favorite mug, put on some music, sip your tea near a sunny window or out in the garden. Let it be something you look forward to, something that anchors your day gently. Because even if the world feels busy, noisy, or uncertain, you can take back control in these small but powerful ways. Your body still listens. Your health still matters. And one cup truly can be the start of something better. So now that we've explored the calming power of peppermint and the warming comfort of ginger, let's take one more step forward and talk about a very special tea that's been used for centuries. Not just for health, but for longevity. One of the most fascinating teas that has stood the test of time is green tea. Now, I know you've probably heard about it before. It's often talked about in health magazines or on the news. But green tea isn't just a trendy drink. It's a quiet, gentle healer that's been used for thousands of years in places where people tend to live longer, healthier lives. In fact, in certain regions of Japan where the population regularly lives well into their 90s, green tea is as common as a glass of water, and the reason is simple. It helps the body in so many ways, especially as we age. First, green tea is rich in a type of antioxidant called catechins. These little warriors help protect your cells from damage and may even support brain health as you get older. Some researchers believe regular green tea drinkers may experience slower memory decline over time. And honestly, anything that helps us keep our memory sharp and clear is worth paying attention to. But perhaps even more impressive is what green tea can do for the heart. It supports healthy cholesterol levels, which means it helps reduce the bad LDL cholesterol while supporting the good HDL kind. If you've ever been told to watch your cholesterol numbers, this is something you'll appreciate. Green tea is like a gentle broom for your arteries, sweeping out some of the buildup and supporting better circulation. It doesn't stop there. If your goal is steady blood sugar, especially if you're managing diabetes or prediabetes, green tea has also been shown to help your body regulate insulin and avoid those dangerous spikes and crashes. This makes it a smart choice in the morning or between meals, especially if you're trying to manage cravings or maintain a healthy weight. Now, one thing to keep in mind, green tea does have a bit of caffeine. Not as much as coffee, but enough that you might want to drink it earlier in the day, especially if you're sensitive. Many people enjoy it mid-morning or with lunch, when you want that little boost without the jittery side effects. And while we're here, I want to share a little tip that can make your tea routine even more powerful. Add a squeeze of lemon. It's such a simple thing, but it helps your body absorb more of the antioxidants from the tea. Plus, it brightens the flavor and gives you a little boost of vitamin C, which is always welcome, especially during cold and flu season. Now, as wonderful as green tea is, there's one more tea I want to mention before we wrap up, and this one is a little different. It's not just for your heart or your blood sugar, it's for your spirit. It's called holy basil or tulsi tea. You may not have heard of it, but this herbal tea has been cherished in Indian traditions for centuries. It's known as an adaptogen, which is a fancy word that means it helps your body adapt to stress. Let's be honest. Life doesn't get less stressful with age. Sometimes it's the little things. An unexpected phone call, a medical bill, a night of poor sleep. Sometimes it's bigger. The loss of a loved one, a change in mobility, or just the weight of daily worries that don't seem to go away. Tulsi tea gently supports your nervous system, helping you feel more balanced and calm. It won't knock you out or make you drowsy, but many people say it helps take the edge off a stressful day. That deep breath feeling? That's Tulsi at work. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, anxious, or emotionally drained, a cup of Tulsi tea in the early evening might be just the gentle support you need. It has a mild, earthy flavor with hints of clove and basil, comforting, grounding, and just a little mysterious. And when you pair it with some quiet time, a book, or even just watching the sun set from your porch, it becomes more than tea. It becomes a moment of peace. So, where does all this leave us? We started with a single idea, that one cup can change your health. And now, we've walked through several kinds of teas, each with its own unique way of helping you feel better, sleep better, and live better. Cinnamon to balance your blood sugar, chamomile to ease you into restful sleep, hibiscus to support your heart and blood pressure, ginger for digestion and inflammation, peppermint to soothe the stomach and lift the mood, green tea for your mind and your arteries, and tulsi to calm the storms of life. These aren't fads or gimmicks. These are nature's gifts, and they're right there waiting for you in your own kitchen. You don't need fancy pills, expensive supplements, or complicated routines. Just a simple cup of warm, healing tea. What matters most is this: consistency. Drinking one of these teas once a month won't do much, but choosing just one or two to enjoy daily can create a ripple effect in your body. Less bloating, better sleep, a steadier heart, a calmer mind, all from a simple, soothing ritual you can actually look forward to. And here's the beautiful thing, it's not too late. No matter your age, no matter where you're starting, you can make changes that matter. It's not about being perfect. It's about making one loving choice at a time. So go ahead, pick the tea that speaks to you, brew it slowly, sip it with intention. Let it be your moment, your medicine, your gift to yourself. Because you deserve to feel good. You deserve to wake up rested, move with ease, and smile more often. If you've tried any of these teas, or if you're planning to, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Which one did you enjoy most? What difference did you feel? And if this video helped you even just a little, give it a like, share it with someone who could use some comfort, and make sure to subscribe. We've got so many more tips, stories, and gentle guidance coming your way. Here's to living your best life, one warm, healing cup at a time.